Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, you're doing well. I am doing well. My football team is not playing today, but just to let everybody know, my husband's team is playing, so you may hear him in the background. I kind of asked him to keep it down, but hey, you never know. You know what it is when you're watching your favorite football team or your football team on a Sunday, sometimes you just can't control your emotions. Hey, Judith, how are you? So welcome. For all those that have been here, thanks for coming back. For all those that are new, thank you for joining. Don't forget, hit that like button. Thumbs up are important. Hit that notification bell so anytime I go live, you will get a notification. So today is Sunday, October 6th, and we are at the finale of the cross-stitch conversion event. So for those that are participating, I hope you guys had fun. It gave you some motivation to get your cross-stitch conversions done. For those that haven't participated, meaning you didn't do a cross-stitch conversion, I hope you had fun coming to join us or even watching on the replay. So I've had a lot of fun with this event. Judith, I hope you had fun. So Judith, you finished, right? So I think we had 2 participants that actually finished their cross-stitch conversion. I want to say Robin Pennington as well as Judith Hood. Judith, correct me if I'm wrong. I have my sheet over here who did what, but I got to look at it. And Vonda, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. You're at your parents' house. Guess what? I'm going to my mother's house after this, so I get that. Hopefully I can have a nice drive on the way over. My mom lives about an hour away from me, so I'm looking forward to going over and hanging out for a bit. I saw her a couple of days ago. I hung out with my sister today or this weekend. So it's always fun with family. Yes, so you did finish, Judith, I know. And we'll show your progress in a minute or you're finished. So we had 2 people that finished, and that's awesome. Awesome. And I'll tell you, when I started, my goal was to finish. But we all know things come up, right? So, Vonda, you know what I mean. Things come up. And I'm going to tell you this. Here is, hi, Mom. How are you? Here's where I am. Okay. Not much further than the last time, but I can tell you this. I have mapped it out, and my plan is to have this finished before I start travel in November. So November, December, January, February are really busy travel times for me because my children play college basketball. So I'll be on the road, my husband and I, sometimes together, sometimes apart because they both play and, they're at different schools. So I travel a lot starting the first week in November. So my goal is to finish Princess Tiana before or by November 3rd, because my first travel day is November 4th. I'm going to my daughter's home opening game. Unfortunately, my son and my daughter play on the same day, so my husband's going to go to my son. It's always hard. I'll watch his on ESPN, and I'll be in person with my daughter. So there we are. Thank you, Kaylin. It does. It's so pretty. I absolutely love it. And I am going to work on Princess Tiana. I'm not going to say 100% exclusively, but just about for the month of October so I can get her finished. So if I'm only working on one diamond painting, I could finish it. I went to the Lone Star Retreat. So when I went to the Lone Star Retreat, I actually I took another painting and worked on that painting. Tia, and maybe she'll join us today. Hopefully she has time. If not, no worries. Tia actually brought her cross-stitch conversion to the retreat, which was cool too. So that's what she worked on. And I chose to do something only because, sometimes I get bored. So I figured, hey, let me take something different. And maybe if I would have took my cross-stitch conversion, I might have got a little bit more done, but that's okay, right? We have different projects and I'm okay with that. It's not a rush for me. It's not a race for me. I'm not trying to finish before anybody else. I do it as it calls to me. I was watching, who was I watching earlier? I was actually watching on the replay. I was watching a lawsuit and Brenda. So Brenda and the serial starter, who's Laura, she says, you gotta do what calls to you. And you know what? I like that. If it's calling to you, you do it. If it's not calling to you, you don't. So Tia, welcome in. How are you?
I am doing pretty good. I had a rough morning.
Did you?
So you guys know, last year I got. It's always been a dream to get a truck, and then to get an RV and to hit the road, see some world, get some dirt under the wheels. So I got my truck, and so that I wouldn't be shocked and maybe disappointed when I got the RV, I decided to do little side trips by myself, solo side trips. So in the mornings, Saturday morning, and sometimes Sunday morning, I will get out and go off roading and do a few trails. So I did that this morning. On my way back, which is why I'm a couple minutes late, there was a horrible accident. Someone was in their truck. Now, we had just come down the mountain, and I don't know what occurred, but they hit something and it caused their truck to roll several times, and they end up off the side of it. Was very, very scary. And I don't believe that there were any survivors.
Oh no.
So it was a solo accident. Like, they didn't hit another vehicle. They didn't hit, there was no rock or anything. And I don't know what occurred. They were up ahead. And where we were coming from, back from the Tonopah Indian Reservation, it's like 75 miles per hour. So just think, if somebody's speeding more than that, 80 or 85, and something occurs. So it's a lot of force behind that. So it was harsh to see, again, it happened up ahead, and then all the vehicles that were in between us, they start stopping and things. And so it caused a little bit of a pile up. But I say that because, I go up there to get an appreciation and things like that. And I had a great morning. And then I came back. Obviously, I got sidetracked a little bit. But so far, so good this weekend. Definitely in a much better headspace than I was maybe a month or so ago after I had scratched my eye. It kind of took me out. So I'm back. And I got a little bit of my mojo back at the retreat.
Yes, yes.
That does reset. It's a great way to reset. Look at you, the award winner. You definitely were deserving of that.
Oh man, the retreat was so good, everyone. And I have to say, if you haven't checked out Tia's YouTube, you got to go back and check it out. He talked about the retreat, and you got to go back and check out mine too. So a lot of fun, a lot of fun. It really was, and it was. You know what, Tia? And I just watched yours last night because I tuned in during your live, but I
You
zoned
the
off.
star of my show. How you miss your own show?
I fell asleep, and I don't
Oh
normally
yeah,
fall
yeah, I do
asleep.
get that. I get that a lot. I always
But I
like,
don't normally fall asleep. That was awesome.
yep.
But I watched it last night, and it was so
Oh
much fun. Guys, you got to go back and watch Tia's.
yeah.
Please, wait a minute. I got to put it up. I got to put it up. You got to go back, please. You got to go back and watch Tia's.
I had fun.
Hashtag replay. So it
Definitely
was
a great retreat.
It was. And you said something, that retreat, and guys, I have to just talk about it for a minute. It was different. It was,
Yeah, it was.
it's just something about it. And I
Yeah.
watched yours after I replayed yours after I did my recap, and we kind of said the same thing.
Yep,
It
it
was
was
just
different.
something about that retreat that just hit home.
I
It just
can't
hit
put my
home.
finger on it, and I don't know. Maybe it was the infusion of, I want to say newbies, but I feel like it was an even split of newbies versus veterans and people that we've encountered before. So I don't know if I could 100% say that was it, but it was definitely something that was just unique about this experience. There were a lot more bonding. I even noticed that like almost all of us put in late night hours. So usually it's a small core group of us,
Yes.
but everyone wanted to just keep the love going. We had a lot of fun. Um, I would say this has been, and a lot since the very first one, this has been the most bonding and beautiful retreat experience that I've had. So I'm
It
hoping
was.
the next few are just like this. It
They will be.
reinvigorates. Yeah, it reinvigorated. And again, I got my mojo back. So if you guys find yourself, just kind of drifting off and, oh, what am I going to do? We're getting into the time of the year where this is prime time crafting time, it's getting dark sooner. Nobody's out and about later in the evening. So we have more crafting time. And it's a great time to renew, restore, and get your mojo back.
It really is. It really is. And I want to host a retreat before the retreat next year. Okay. We're going to make it official.
I can't wait. That's going to be so much fun.
Okay.
I mean, we have a good time every year anyway. We had a good time this year. You had a great time. You was the host of the shopping adventure. What was you and y'all had me and Berta sitting out there in the car. Poor Berta. Her stomach was just growling. And I was
realized it. So I looked at your YouTube. I was like, oh God, was we going that long? I felt so bad.
I said, they've been shopping out more. Brian called me at 6:18 in the morning. I was like, does he realize it's 4 o'clock in Vegas?
It was so much fun. And listen, the day before, Brian and I were driving, or was it earlier? It was earlier that day. We were driving
the same day. Yeah.
I saw Hobby Lobby. I was like, oh. Brian was like, no. It was on the way from, where was it? It was on the way to the retreat, I think, from the hotel when we were actually driving. I was like,
oh my God.
Keep going.
Oh, poor Berta. So by the time we got
host a retreat in Philly. Listen, Vonda.
You got a retreat in Philly?
She just put host a retreat in Philly. Vonda, are you close to Philly? How close are you to Philly? Are you in, for some reason I want to say Maryland. I can't remember where Vonda is. Are you in Virginia? Where are you at, Vonda? Tell me where you are. Because there is a retreat that's coming up, and it's not in Philly, but it's not that far from Philly. And it's going to be Kevin's DP wife and Life with Lindsay. So they are hosting a retreat in May. And I'm going to go to that retreat because that's right in my neighborhood.
That's going to be a good one.
Right in my backyard.
Total fun. I had a collab with her, a Halloween collab with her. I think 2020, we did, or 2021. Oh my gosh, she was so much fun. Laughing, giggling, and things. Just bright and upbeat. That's going to be a good retreat. That's going to be.
It's going to be fun. I'm going to go to that end because I'm willing. Listen, if we get enough people, and when I say enough people, 3 people is enough people for me and 2 other people. I don't have a problem with getting a hotel and a conference room in a hotel. And a conference room, if you have a small group of people, that could just be like a Saturday thing, right? If you don't want to come up and get a hotel room, you just want to come up for the day, and we can just, I'll get a conference room, and we can have a small, let's not call it a retreat. We could just call it a get-together.
A gathering.
A gathering, yes. We could call it a get-together, a gathering, and we could do something like that on a Saturday. But the key is this for me. Once November hits, I'm gone. November, December, January, February, I travel for basketball, which is one of the reasons why I said, I planned out, I'm going to work on this exclusively, right? So I have 2 other diamond paintings going, but I'm going to work on this exclusively for the month of October because I want to try and complete it before I start travel. And my first travel day is November 4th. My daughter, that's her home opening game. My son's home opening game is on the same day, but I can't be in 2 places at one time. So my husband and I are going to split. But once November hits, I can't do anything on the weekends because November, like I said, November, December, January, and February. Once March comes, March Madness. So by the last, I'm going to say the 3rd or 4th week in March, it opens up for me. April opens up for me. So I won't be able to do anything, but I have no problem having like a gathering a gathering of friends. I would do something like that because that's nothing. That's just a day. Come up, I don't mind. Like I said, I'll work with a hotel. I'll get a conference room. I don't mind doing something like that. So Vonda, we'll talk. But yes, Kevin's wife retreat, it is May 1st through May 4th. I don't think the registration has started yet. They're just doing little Instagram posts saying get ready. So what I'll do is I'll throw it out on my Facebook. Once I get more information, I'll talk to Erica and Lindsay and try and get some more information. I will definitely put it out there. But it's something that if you live like Philadelphia, New Jersey, I'm going to say all the way to DC, even Virginia, depending on, it's just a drive. If that's something you're looking for, it's coming. It's May, I want to say May 1st through May 4th. So that's a lot of fun. That's what this is all about, right? It's all about just having fun. So Tia, show us your painting because you worked on your painting at the retreat. It was good.
It's starting to look good, but my goal was to get all the way over.
Let me make you bigger. Let me make you bigger. Hold on. I got to get the other one. Let me make Tia bigger. Oh,
So
shoot.
you guys can now see a butterfly. You can see the two ears of the lamb. This is the face coming down into the eye. All of this right here really is going to be the background, but it does finish out the front of the face, and then the nose comes, and then the nose comes in. So obviously the head continues around here. This is all background, and then this is where the eye starts. So my goal was to get over here by the end of retreat. I didn't. I was doing cross stitch the first 2 days. So I cross stitched Thursday night. We were at the actual hotel, our retreat before the retreat. And then the first night at the actual retreat, I cross stitched that night also. And then I moved on all Saturday and Sunday, and worked on. So
I knew it was going to look good, Tia. See, we just needed to get the other type of drills on, so then it really popped. That's
what I think held me back initially, is that I was like,
yes.
I could have done this. But once I, continued on, and like Kima had said, to put these drills on, and I did some more customization because Cheryl sat beside me, and we did just a little bit more, obviously moving from some of this, because the pinks are actually like highlights and stuff. So I have crystal drills in there. So
I love it.
Yeah. So we went on and we did some more stuff. I have some bubbles that I substituted that'll come in like for the eye area. There's a few more butterflies that are going to be in different colors that'll be in here, and then obviously more background and things. So we did substitute some additional items in at the retreat. And the thing about it is, I guess what I learned the most is, for a cross stitch conversion, it works just like a cross stitch. You're gonna make mistakes that you're gonna have to frog.
Yep.
And it's a little bit harder because there's not a pattern already down. So you're following the pattern on your pattern keeper, or if you're using a paper drill. And so you do have to frog. And there were a lot of, I guess I couldn't see, and I wasn't counting on the line until the next color had to be formed in. And I'm like,
But here's what's interesting though. You kind of know when you make a mistake.
Correct.
Because it doesn't, something, right? It's not flown. You kind of know.
Something is off. So something's really off. But I will say that I like the process. I think I enjoy the process. Like looking at everything, seeing it go down. The difference is you're your own creative mind when you're doing so whatever you put down, that's what's going down. And if you don't like what you put down, then you pull it up and put something.
Pull it up.
Yeah. So there's no guide in here. It's all your own creativity.
That's right. And you don't have to have enhancements. You can use just the drills that come with the pack, right? You really could. But you can also use like leftover drills that you have from other square kits.
That's true.
You can use ABs from other square kits that, the colors kind of match up. You want to give it a little zing. But I'll tell you, because like Tia mentioned, I can tell you with me, I tried something a little different. Instead of just doing the whole 10 by 10 block, I started going a little this and that doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. Yeah, I started going, let me just take this color and go down.
That's what I was doing also. That slowed me down. I think that slowed me down. And when you go back to try and fill something in, that's when you notice where you have to frog and things like that. So I did the same thing. I tried to stick with one color and go through. You're right. It's going to be a 10 by 10 block. That's my recommendation. Just move on to the next 10 by 10, the next 10 by 10. And not worry so much about symbol, not worry about, I'm working with this color. Let me put as many down as possible, because you will have to frog.
Because then I was like, wait a minute, where am I? Was I here? Was I there? So I said, all right, that doesn't work. And again, it's about finding, your groove. So I found my groove. My groove is to 10 by 10, no more than 20 by 20.
Yeah.
Right there. Once I get that done,
I did discover that, again, I was held back. And, these are just learning lessons and things and tips that I'm happy to be able to give out. But I definitely agree there. The other thing that I wanted to know is, how are people faring with light pad versus, one thing that I noticed is, you loan me your readers. I'm about to steal those. And the readers, they do help from a different perspective. You know, most people use a light pad to illuminate the bottom so that they can see where they are. And it's a great idea for some canvases where you can't see. But like, obviously, I don't mean to put a plug in, but I am an affiliate of Dreamer Designs. And when they first came out, a lot of people stated that it was difficult to use a light source behind it. And that's because their symbols can appear fuzzy. The reason the symbols appear fuzzy is because they are designed for you to be able to view from the top. And so they appear fuzzy when you put a light source underneath them. A lot of people would take the light source off and they would use readers and things like that to illuminate the pattern pieces. And
that's a good point.
That was where some love came in when they started doing like Dreamer Design 2.0, 3.0, and they were doing all those new releases. A lot of people had discovered that readers work better than the light source. So I will say that I did enjoy stealing your readers and using them while I was diamond painting. I feel like, you know, it brought everything into focus, as if we wanted to use our naked eye and things. And then I just started getting a lot of traction. People were like, what's Tia doing? She quiet. You know, if Tia is quiet, there's either some productivity. Yeah, that's definitely the case with you.
When I cross it, you want me to be quiet? Hey, Rochelle, what's that cross stitch project you're working on?
You are working on a cross stitch. So I did steal your readers, and I feel like that's when the traction really began. Like I was moving along. I didn't realize how much there's a lot of confetti. I mean, it's all like the same color, but I feel like because it's all like as you guys can see, most of these colors, they're very close. You know, but because they're so close, it created a lot of confetti. So I was every 3 to 5 just switching out color, especially when I stuck close to the 10 by 10. But what it's doing is, you know, you can see the shading and things when you kind of step back, and you can definitely see it with the readers on. So thank you for loaning me the read. It was really like, here, try this, girl. And I said, okay.
I got to look. I told her, I said, so guys, I wear readers when I cross stitch, but I recognize that, ooh, I can see everything. And guess what? My diamond paintings, I see even better too. But when I cross stitch, oh yeah, I put the readers on. Oh, I can see everything so good now. Look at that.
Yeah, you can see everything.
It just like makes everything clear.
So I thank you for that. I did get a lot of traction, and I have an order into Amazon for some readers of my own.
Yes. And there's some cute readers out there.
They are. I love the little designs on the side. Only thing missing is, you know, I like to put Princess Tia.
Oh, yeah.
That's my glass.
I'm sure that's coming.
Yeah, I'm going to have to print a label or something.
Oh, yeah. So I actually, and the way the readers came about for me, guys, is I was at my eye doctor. And now that I'm cross stitching, I like to cross stitch on the higher count. The higher count is the smaller holes, right? The smaller spaces in between the holes. So I'm like, okay, I got all this. I got the art dot. As you can see, I took it off. Art dot, magnifier, you know, that sits on my desk. I got this, I got that, but I can't travel with all that stuff. So I said to my eye doctor, you know, I want to be, and I took the fabric with me. I want to be able to see this. So what do I need to do? And she's like, what do you mean? So I got magnifier. You don't need any of that. Go to Walmart, Rite Aid, CVS, and get you some readers. And I was like, really? She's like, just get you like 1.5. Start with one. All you need is 1.5 readers. I wear contacts. So I was like, okay. What? I paid what? Maybe $6.98 for these. $7 at the most. I put these things on, and I was like, oh, I can see everything. And then she's like, and just increase the count. If you want to see something that's even smaller, just get you 2.25 or 2. But she said 1.5 should be okay for you. And she was right. So when in doubt, listen, I learn something new every day. I'm not afraid to ask questions. I'm not afraid to say, hey, I want to be able to do X. And I'm so glad I did that because it actually opened up a whole new world for me. Because again, I thought I had to get this and that. And lighting. You got to have the right lighting. So again, I have an light on my desk. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got it. I don't know. I've had this for a couple of years. Michaels, whatever, they go on sale. So you got to have a good light. And for me, I think LED works better. Okay. Looking at a cross stitch LED light, not too harsh, but it's got to be like the right lighting. You get or natural light. Like when the sun is coming in, I open up my blinds. Oh my goodness, I can cross stitch off that on a small accounts. The same thing with diamond painting, right? It's just the right lighting, whether it's a light pad, some type of light source or not. Because sometimes I have to turn the light off. It's too much light. And it doesn't work for me. So again, it's just finding. And when I say readers, let me see. Do I have those other readers? Because I got them all over the place now. Trust me when I tell you. I don't. There's some weird, but I got. Oh, here they are. Because depending on where I am, you gotta be stylish. You know how it is, right?
The ones that you had on, those were so cute.
All right. Well, I was talking to somebody at my job, and she was like, "Oh, girl, you got to go on here, peeps.com." And there's a bunch of places, but it's Peeps, Peep.com. So I went on Peeps.com, and I was like, "What? Okay, it's gonna cost you a little bit more than $7.98, but not much more, $29.99." And I was just like, "Oh, okay, now we're talking." So they got different types. These are readers, same readers. It just depends on where you're going. Now you buy one get one free. I was like, "Oh, these are cute." So again, and you can see the magnification, and I'm like, you can see it. So I'm like, "Ooh, look at that!" And these are 2.0.
She looked like Mr. Magoo's sister. Yeah.
2.0. Yeah, 2.0. But you can, depending on what you're working on.
Show them the design on the side. Those are so cute. They look so cute on you.
Oh, it don't have Princess Tia on them. This is a tortoise shell.
Yes, he don't have Princess Tia. I'm gonna have to buy my own labels. I usually order my frames and get them printed on from the glass. But maybe I'll just buy some labels and save money when I order.
Yeah, you get your little. Wait a minute, I might have to open up that Cricut box and do a little sketch.
Oh, that's a good idea. You can sketch etch them out on there.
Yes, let me look into that because I need to open it up for some reason or another. But Judith said I found it hard to go back to the light pad after doing the conversion. Yes, I don't need the light pad when I'm doing my conversion because there's no symbols. I don't need a light pad because I can see the little square boxes. I also, I'm not sure how everybody else's canvas, and I think Tia's is the same way. It's numbers on my canvas.
Yes, I needed them numbers.
Yes, me too. I needed those numbers.
I love the numbers. I just would leave here. So my tip for the numbers, if you guys can see those black lines, those are all numbers. So right here, these are all numbers all the way across. So what I found myself doing was the very top row. When I got to a 10 by 10, I left that top row open.
Me too.
Did the bottom so I could see what number, and then I also left that that side number and things, so that I always knew where I was at within the 10 by 10. So
I did the same thing.
Get your conversion sheet, if you can get that from, I got mine from Jaded Gem Shop. I don't know if everyone prints them with these numbers all the way across and down the side, but if you can get them, that did help out a lot.
It did.
A lot.
It did.
So that's another
PTL for the numbers. What's PTL? Vanda, you got clue me in, girl. What's PTL?
PTL.
Tell me, what's PTL? But the numbers, I needed the numbers. And again, my brain kind of sees the numbers, but when I didn't see the numbers, I'm like, wait a minute, where am I? 5, 4. Yeah. So I needed the numbers.
There were some early spots over. Yeah, there were some early spots. Oh, praise the Lord. Oh, okay. There were some early spots over here where I didn't use the number and they didn't line up. So I also found myself having.
Oh yeah, thank you, Vanda. We got you. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Yes. The numbers were important. The numbers were
important. They were critical. They were helpful.
Yes, very helpful.
And so, with the readers and the numbers, I could at least stay on track, especially when I started adding in the resin drills and things. But I did notice that I had to go back and realign and make sure everything was lined up because I was just, some lines had maybe 11 because these are sparklers for squares. So, there's some room because they're round. And then obviously I was putting in the square actual resin diamonds and things like that. So it really started to show. And so I went back and I made sure that the lines, and some lines had 11, some lines only had 9. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I wasn't using the numbers. Once I started using the numbers, everything lined up. So
right. And someone asked me the question, oh, well, I can't use S for S. I love S for S.
Me too.
Because it's going to show. And I said, well, I have S for S on mine. And honestly, no one's looking at my canvas like
Yeah,
this.
you have to be real
Now,
close to
now
see
I
it.
can't see it, okay, when I'm looking at it like this. Of course, who's looking at it like this close, right? So for example, you might be able to see a little bit of space, but guess what? It's no different than the space you see with the squares, to be honest with you. And it's just a tad. And once you start filling in more, let me see if I can get one. You probably can't because I have too much. I have to take a picture and put it out on the Facebook group. You really can't see it. I mean, it's a little space. You really can't see it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you turn on a light pad and you sit on top of a light pad, of course you're going to see a little bit of space. But it works out after you start putting more drills on. And I cannot wait to finish this. I cannot wait. So I said to myself that I'm going to exclusively work on this for the month of October. And I kind of mapped it out. And I think I'll have maybe all but 2 rows, the way I've mapped it, all but 2 rows, the last 2 rows finished by November 4th. So when I say that, right, I'm going to actually try and squeeze in more time so I can get it done. So that is my goal, is to finish this before I start my traveling.
Well, I'm just working on this. It does bring me a little more excitement than my regular diamond painting. I do have the diamond painting that Berta bought me that I started in March for the Get Your Weird On. Maybe I'm gonna try and complete that. I don't.
What was that?
She got me a frog.
Oh, okay, okay.
She got me a frog. Don't laugh. I love you, Berta. I just have the bottle. I started it. That's
what's so fitting. It's so fitting for that. Get Your Weird On. I love it. It's so fitting.
Sitting on the toilet.
And I don't know about you guys. I've also said to myself, and actually doing a cross stitch conversion is, and don't get me wrong, I have done these humongous paintings, right, for the last 3-4 years, 4 years, going on 5 years. And I find more joy in the smaller canvases now, meaning I get bored. And not only that, I love the canvas, but I want to work on something else. And now I have these 2 huge canvases that I opened up, and I'm going to finish them. But I think for 2025, I want to stick to smaller canvases.
That's exactly what occurred with me. You know, I had this one canvas, and it was a Lizzie Falcon canvas, and I had customized it a lot. She's on my channel. You guys know I'm really good friends with Lizzie Falcon, the artist, and she was on my channel a few times. And funny thing is, from the first time to like the 3rd time that she was on there wasn't much progress.
I remember that one that you were doing.
Yeah. So that one got put to the side. There was a lot of customizing in it. It's just I get to a point, you know, just after the middle, halfway through, where I want it either done, and probably because they're so big, you know, I want it done, or I'm ready to just move on to something else. So I haven't had a completion in 2 years. The unfortunate part, I haven't had a completion since I think November. I did Quiet Cove of Penson. So I haven't had a completion since then. I've started several different paintings, and I'm just around the halfway point of just past it. My Wonder Woman, I haven't finished. This Berta's painting, I started it, but I was working on pins also. And it just, like you said, you know, you divide your passion and things like that. You're doing cross stitch. I do cross stitch.
Yeah.
I find that it's easier to pull out a cross stitch, especially at a retreat. You know, I definitely had to redefine my focus Saturday because I have been enjoying myself doing my cross stitch.
Yeah.
You know? And so Saturday, I'm like, no, I need to do some diamond painting.
Yeah.
And I had to redefine the focus, like, okay, you put your headphones on. I had to tune out a lot of people. They're like, Tia's over there really quiet. You know, got my headphones on. I'm zoning out, got my music playing. And, you know, it took away any distractions. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff can distract me when I'm diamond painting now. I want to watch a series or something on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at the series. I'm not diamond painting. So the YouTube content helps because we're all like-minded. You know, I'm able to pluck. So keep the YouTube content coming, everyone. All of
yes,
it.
yes.
Because that definitely helps. It doesn't detract me from the diamond painting. but you know, it's other crafts and things. So I know I'm gonna be going a little slower. I like your attention to maybe, you know, making it a focus on smaller paintings.
Yes.
Everything went so big. When I first started, I was doing a 15 by 20. I think I was doing, I hated those. This little I think my sweet spot got to a 40 by 50. I was at a 40 by 50 for a while. They were quick to pull out, you know, finish and things. And then the paintings got larger. They went to 40 by 60, 50 by 60. Then it was 60 by 80. 60 by 80 became the norm. That's a huge painting. And then they went from there. I think I did a couple of 125 by 42.
See, I know.
Princesses. And now they're doing this 105 by 90 that, you know, seem to have become standard. That's a large painting.
Very large. Very large.
You consider 40 by 50 because it's almost like 440 by 50s.
That's right.
Canvas.
That's right.
So, yeah, I think that puts it into perspective with, you know, maybe 1 or 2 large ones a year spread out, and then a bunch of smaller ones that you can, you know, pop off real quick. They have a beautiful, you know, setting or, you know, portrait, whatever draws your eye, you know, it allows you to keep crafting. Because when you are limited, you know.
Yeah, especially when you like confetti, right? I like confetti. So the big paintings and confetti, and I like enhancements. That's just double the time it takes to do a painting. So I said to myself, I've done the big paintings, and don't get me wrong, I love them, but I want to have some completions. Like this
it was almost 1 day, like 1.5 day, guys.
Right. So I
started it on Saturday, Saturday evening, at the retreat, because she cross stitched just like me. She cross stitched the first day and a half, 2 days, and then started a diamond painting and completed the diamond painting at the retreat. So, and you put enhancements on it.
Right. And I got enhancements on it, and it's not too many enhancements, but it's just enough. And I also did some customization. So as you can see, Texas in the doghouse there.
Have her initials.
My initials over on the other. Oh gosh, over on the other side. RB. I did some customization. I pixie dust. I replaced out probably 5 replacements. But once I start doing cross stitch, I just want to cross stitch.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I got to put some time in for diamond painting because I want to complete this. But it's a smaller project, so I was able to complete it. And I talked, laughed, partied, did all the good stuff, walked away, came back, and was able to pick it up. Right now, this was heavy. And you know, I made some snowflakes.
She did make snowflakes.
In the snow. So I did some things that was a little different, but I was able to get it done. And I love it. Oh, it looks so good in person. You should see it.
It does look good. It's real sparkly.
Really. So listen, those pixie dust drills, I absolutely love them. And I changed everything. I changed it to pixie. So the 5 in original sparklers, of course, I use original sparklers. I use S for S Sweetheart. So S for S original sparklers, S for S Sweetheart, which kind of gives you the same. It's a little duller look than original sparklers, right? It's dull. But it looks good. So my point is, the cross stitch conversion gives me, in my opinion, because it's smaller. It's smaller. I know I got this left, but if you think about this is no more than this Snoopy one. But I got to take my time so like I don't miscount. But I enjoy it. So the goal is once a year. Hey, Berta. Hey, Berta. Miss you too, Berta. So the goal is once a year. I'm going to do the same thing every year. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do July through October. And I already have the painting that I'm going to do for next year. I'm doing Jessica Rabbit. So I want to be able to go through sort of.
Is that the one from Diamond Art Club? I have that.
So I have Jessica Rabbit, through Jaded Gem Shop.
Oh, you got the one through.
Just like Princess Tiana. It's a blank canvas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a blank canvas. It's the drills and it's the legend that you need. So I'm going to do the same thing. And my goal will be the same, is to try and complete it or get as much done as I possibly can between July and October. So I'm glad you guys can. And it's different. It's just different. And it's something that I'm going to build upon every year. So we had X amount of people this year. Goal is to double that for next year. then double it again. But again, for me, all I need is me and 2 other people. And I got Tia. So me, Tia, and 1 other person. We have an event. That's it. 3 people. And those same people can win over and over each week. I don't have a problem with that. But today is the finale. So we're going to do 2 things today. So everybody that's in the chat, we're going to do a hashtag thank you. We're going to do a giveaway. And we're also going to do a giveaway for everyone that participated in the cross-stitch conversion. All right, which is the grand finale prize for that event. And the grand finale prize will just be like all the other prizes. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. You'll just get a box in the mail and you'll open it up and say, ooh, look. All right. So it'll be a lot of fun. But I'll give you a hint. I'll give you some hints. We got one of Tia's pom-pom pins in the grand finale box. We have diamond pen pal, Renee. Diamond painting pen in the box. All right. You'll have a diamond painting in the box. You'll have some smaller projects in the box. You'll have some putty in the box. Ooh. All things that you can use to diamond paint. So if you don't have diamond painting or you just say, I want to do something different, you can open up that box and do something from the box. All right. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this. Again, I wanted to start something that was a little bit different that I'm going to have every year. So I will have this every year. We will increase our sponsors, right? But trust me, my whole thing is I'm the sponsor. I'll sponsor every year. I don't have a problem with it. And I got Tia and all of you. So I appreciate everybody for trying, coming in. And again, we got 2 completions. We got Judith. And we got So let me go over to the Facebook group real quick and show you guys some of the completions. Well, the 2 completions that we have. So Judith, I'm glad you got your canvas. That's great. And you too, Vonda. Excellent. And let me go over and let me share a screen with you guys before we do the first giveaway. Check it out. Let me go over here. And it gives me a chance to, play around with the computer as well, just to let you guys know.
You should have to play around.
Right. Let's see. Let me get Facebook up first. We want to get Facebook up. I think I have Facebook up over here. Let's see. Let's do window. Let's do Facebook group. And it should be this one. Okay. Let me share the Facebook group. All right. So let's take a look at completions. Check out Robin. No, that's a Hade. I don't know if Robin is in. I believe that's a Heaven and Earth design. And it's a Ramble Spangler. That is gorgeous.
That is. Wow.
That is gorgeous. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at this owl. Oh my God. That's so nice. That's beautiful. And when we first started, I was like, oh, that's a big one. I was like, wow, that's a big one. But she got it done. Look at this. I love it. Look at the detail. That's the Heaven and Earth design.
So I won that pattern, that cross stitch pattern from Jaded.
Yes.
And that looks just like it was more books in the pattern. And I ended up exchanging because I wanted the butterfly one. But
that's right.
190.
You did. Mm-hmm. And that's gorgeous. And I want a bumblebee, which is so fitting because we call my husband B, right? So B is like so fitting. My last name is Blunt. So B was so fitting. And I love bumblebees. So when I got that, I was like, yes. And I picked the number and it happened to be the bumblebee. And it's a Jade and it is like this thick. I have to find it. I don't know. It's somewhere in here with all my stuff from the Lone Star Retreat. But I want a Jade pattern. And I wonder how much it would cost to do a blank canvas and drills. I have to look into that. But
that's a good idea.
I'm going to look into it.
The library one was 190 colors. And so I gladly.
Yeah, mine is 200 and something colors.
Mine is 90. The butterfly one got 90 colors. I'm so happy.
Let me show you guys Vonda.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that. Look where Vonda is. And Vonda's canvas has numbers too. Yep, look at that. Look at Vonda's.
Look at that. I love that.
That is awesome. And Vonda, is yours something about temperatures, right? That's nice. That's from Francesca's studio.
Oh, that makes
Check
sense.
that out. See,
That
you like
is
geometric patterns too.
Yes, I love geometric. So that's the cross stitch I was working on. Is had geometric patterns.
Yes.
That is gorgeous. Look at that.
Right? It's something about temperatures. I think she's charting the temperature. So that's awesome,
Oh,
Vonna. That's very different.
oh, that is definitely different.
Check that
So
out. Look at that. It's gorgeous.
I
It is
did that
gorgeous.
in 2021 with Danielle and Billy. They were doing like temperature blankets and temperature cross
Mhm.
stitch and things. I think that is neat. I gave up in March. We're supposed to go the whole year.
I did that with Rebecca, the temperature blanket. I
That's
think I
right,
got
with
it
Rebecca.
January, February, March. I was
I
done.
did instead of a crochet, I did cross stitch. I was done by March,
Yes.
like March 20th.
Now let's find Judith because I know Judith finished. Judith, let me find yours because hers is gorgeous as well. I don't think it's that far down. Hold on. I think it's back up here. Hold on, Judith. Let me find you. Let me search you. But that one is huge. Look at that.
That is huge. Wow.
Oh my
Kudos.
goodness. Let me see.
Kudos.
Let me find. Judith just sent me hers recently, so let me find it. Actually, I just got it the other day. So check this out. So here's how Judith's looked, right? Which is gorgeous, gorgeous colors. I couldn't wait to see. I want this one. Because Judith did it,
Oh,
I
braids,
want
right?
this one. I love it. Now let me show you guys what the finish looks like. Hold on, I'm gonna go back because we just got it. Now let me find it. 1 second. 1 second. It should be at the very beginning. Oops. It should be right after this. It's in here somewhere. Let me look for Judith's name. Wait, let me find it. So again, check it out. Where you at, Judith? I know you put it in here. Let me find it. Come on now. Let me see. Hold on, Judith. I'll find you. That's one of the gifts I gave out. Again, just remember the grand prize will be more of the things that I've already sent. All right.
That's a good
So
idea.
Judith, where is Judith's? Judith, where'd you go?
It was inside the latest.
I got you. I'll find it, Judith. Yep, I got you. I will find it. Hold on. I should have pulled it up and put it in my album before we started. All right. Now I gotta get back to Bling It Up. So again, guys, I'm hoping that you guys had fun. It gave you guys some inspiration to finish. There we go. Gave you guys some inspiration to finish or work on your. Look at that.
Woo!
Come on, come on, Judith.
Judith.
Is that not beautiful?
That did come out beautiful.
I'm buying that.
What did you like the most about your experience, Judith? Like, was it, the kit up? Was it, the planning? Did
It's
you
gorgeous.
customize? What was it? That did come out. Wow.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I love it. Great job, Judith. I really love it. The colors are just amazing.
Did you do a paper pattern, or did you have a digital?
I think it's Jaded Gem Shop, right? So, Judith, did you use any markup RXP or Pattern Keeper, or did you just do it from the paper pattern? Well, Goodreads. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. I can look at it all day.
That did come out really nice.
It came out beautiful.
I do have Jasmine as a diamond painting. I never opened. I also have I think that's 6 of the princesses. Never opened them. Pocahontas. I got one that represented each of like my grandmothers and stuff. So I got a Pocahontas. I got Daughter of Honor, which is China for Mulan. I have which other one?
So Judith used markup RXP. I love it, Judith. You did a great job.
I love that.
Markup RXP is a great software package, a great app. I really like it. And again, Pattern Keeper is good too. My husband has
finishing of it.
An old Android, so I got that just to see how Pattern Keeper was. And again, I'm an Apple person. I'm not going to say I like Markup RXP better but I like Markup RXP better. And it's probably because I've been using it. But again, I think for me, the whole electronic version of the pattern really worked for me. It really worked for me. And even with cross stitch, I don't know what it is now. I have a hard time when I'm cross stitching looking at a paper pattern.
Me too.
I don't know what it is. So we had a retreat start with Deanne and Danielle, Down South Stitcher, and I had a paper pattern. And don't get me wrong, I could do it, but it slowed me down. I'm like counting on the paper. I like needed it on my iPad, so I took a picture of it, uploaded it, and then I could just go.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I guess my brain is just so used to looking at the iPad now. But Judith, that's gorgeous. You did a phenomenal job to get that done. I love it.
That is something that we talked about the first night. It was somebody at the retreat that's new, that's returned to cross. A lot of the newbies that were at the retreat, they were there to cross stitch. And you know, I interviewed the cross stitch ladies a lot. So a lot of them had returned to cross stitch, just like myself, after so many years off. I had been off. I hadn't cross stitched since like 90, 91, around there. And when I returned to cross stitch in like 2017, oh, believe the changes and the differences and stuff. And that's some of the stuff that they were talking about as well. Back in the day, everything was paper. You know, we had fractionals and things like that, backstitch, but we didn't have the plethora of detailed projects like we do now, you know. And so, you know, there's definitely been a change. Metallic thread, blinging out, like with the seed beads and things. You could always add those into, but you know, that took some creativity. But now, you know, people are using them to really enhance and make these elaborate blinged out projects. I love it because I love glitter, you know, and bling and sparkle and things. But it was something new, you know, that wasn't there. Then they infused diamond painting, you know, and obviously diamond painting allowed you to explore your creativity a little bit more. But now people are coming back and bringing some of that customization and creativity back in.
And some of just like with cross stitch, with like the glitter fabric and all that good stuff, the same thing with diamond painting. Just looking at the different specialty drills have really changed the game. Like using a charm which fills up 16 spaces.
Yes.
I mean, that's awesome. 4 years ago, we didn't have that.
Right.
Using bubbles, big bubbles that take up X amount of spaces, slivers, things like that. It's just different. And it changes the whole like texture of the diamond paintings, which I think is a lot of fun.
I like what I see, like especially like using the diamonds to enhance your border, something that was never thought of before. The fact that came out and some brilliant minds put some math calculations together. Cheryl Gerhardt is who I'm talking about. Did the math to, you know, enhance any border as long as it falls within such and such and you know, that took some time to kind of figure out, you know. So kudos to them because, you know, she's come up with this creativity so that we're able to infuse it in, kind of, you know, take it and add to it and make it our own. But it does help when you have a baseline or a foundation to begin with.
No, it does. Those borders, when Tima and Cheryl, when she mapped out those borders, and I think the first one I might have saw it on might have been, I'm going to say, was it a Mike Angelina that Tima did? External Love? It was something. But to see that, it changes the whole look of the diamond painting. We all know what the diamond painting looks like, but to put the border and to work out the math, what you need, how many you need, it's just, again, creative minds. That's why I tell people, be creative as you can. You know, if you want to be creative, if you don't worry, just do the diamond painting as is. But there's just so much that you can do. And with me, like you can pick up a cross stitch pattern. Let's just say you want to add something to your diamond painting. You're not sure how to map it out. Go find a little cross stitch pattern because that's all it is, right? Diamond painting is an extension of cross stitch. So those hearts and stuff I put, Texas, I didn't freehand that. I looked at a cross stitch pattern that I had of, I'm doing a sampler, and samplers are letters and numbers. So I was like, oh, let me do Texas from my sampler and put it on my diamond painting.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I got that. I didn't just, let me just freehand RB. I didn't freehand RB. I'm working on, and you saw that blue sampler, which is all letters, and I like the way that the sort of the curve of the type of alphabet that they're using. So I just used it. I just took that and put it on my diamond painting. I didn't freehand it. I looked at a cross stitch pattern. Again, it's just squares. It's pixels, right? It's just squares that make up the picture or the letters or the numbers. So there's a lot of different things you can do. So again, this was a lot of fun for me. And I said, maybe I might just pick up, because again, you can go in Michael's and get a Diamond Dots blank canvas.
Yeah.
All different sizes, right? I guess some Michaels have them, some don't. But my Michaels, they have them. I could get that and go get a cross stitch flower, a rose, or a rose. And if I want to make it small, I can make it small. Instead of, if I want to buy the smallest canvas they have, instead of trying to get something big. So it's a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. What you're saying, Sue, you as a crafter need to be free from just experiment to find your own way of doing your crafts. That's right, Sue.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And there's no right or wrong way. So just have fun. And for some people, it's just like, oh, I don't want to think too much. No worries. Then go ahead and stick with the canvas, with the picture. Right. It's no problem at all. So let's do some giveaways. Y'all ready to do some giveaways? Yeah, so we can wrap it up. So the first one I want to do is just for everybody in the chat. All right. So I want to thank everybody for coming, you know, whenever you could come to hang out with myself and Tia, as well as the participants to see what we're all about. For those that are on hashtag replay, thank you for stopping in. But right now we're going to go over to the StreamYard giveaway tool. Hashtag thank you is what you want to put in. Hopefully I deleted my comments so I don't show up in the winner's box like I did the first time. Let me just delete this one.
Oh, I want my own stuff. Yes. I was hoping somebody would get me in on
my own crap. All right, so here we go. Let's go on over. All right, I'm going to share screen again. Let me just make sure it's set up before I share the screen. So remember, hashtag thank you. There we are. So let me share that screen. All right, here we go. So let's do this window here. You guys should be able to see it in a moment. Nope, wrong one. You don't want to see that one. All right, this one. Here we go. I got too many screens up. Note to self, close some of that stuff.
I've done that before.
Oh my gosh, I do it all the time. I'm used to looking at a lot of, for work, I have a bunch of screens open and I kind of do it at home too, but you don't want to do that when you're having live. You want to try and get just the 1 or 2 screens you need. All right, so hopefully you guys can see it. Can you see it, Tia? Giveaway tool. All right, so here we go. We're going to start collecting some comments here. So we only have 3. 3 is good. So we ready? We're going to draw. We're going to draw. Berta! All right, Berta.
Congratulations, Berta.
Congratulations, Berta. So Berta is our participant or our live watcher giveaway. All right, so now we're going to go and we're going to do a giveaway for everyone that participated in the cross stitch conversion. And let's see if I have the right number of people. Hopefully I didn't miss most. I don't think I did. So if you posted a start picture, you will be in this particular drawing. And I feel like I missed a couple of names. So let me see real quick. If you posted a start, we got Brian who came in. Brian came in a few weeks after everybody, a few months after everybody, but he made a good start on his. So let's see. We got Vonda, we got Robin, we got Judith. I want to say, so Leopard Leatherworks, Carrie, if you're watching on a replay, Carrie wanted to join us, but she's busy. She's real busy with her, with the business. So she wasn't able to get started. And I know Sue was busy too. So she wasn't able to get started, which is fine. And that's okay. Because guess what? Next year, you can pick up those. If you haven't started, pick those up. Here we go. All right.
She just didn't get a chance to get started.
That's true too. That's true. Which is no problem at all.
Yep.
All right. So here we go. Let me go over to this one. The woolen name. So we got Brian Elliott because he was able to start. And I'll share the screen in 1 second, guys. We got Judith Hood. We got and Judith completed. We got Vonda. We got Robin, who also completed. And make sure my name is not in there. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Let me just open up one sheet. I'm missing a few people. Hold on. And Sue has a beautiful painting that she's working on. I think it's the for Howl at the Moon. It is absolutely gorgeous. So Sue, when you finish that one, or not even when you finish it, I would love for you to post that in the Facebook group, Sue, because it's absolutely gorgeous. All right, here we go. Let me put these few people in. It is absolutely gorgeous. And Sue's another one. Sue does huge paintings. Huge.
Yep, she did the temple. I have it. We got it at the same time. She started hers. She opened it and I saw how big it was. We were on a messenger chat. It was sometime last fall. And she said she was going to start. She started it, I think, for Blinging in the New Year or Ticket to Ride. And that thing is huge. Done like 3 colors left. Oh, wow. See, that painting was so big. I watched her open it. Then she laid it out. Obviously, she's given us updates throughout the year. And I just looked at it like, oh, Temple. I loved it when I bought it. It's going in the gallery because it's probably never get touched.
So I have Secret Temple. And I started it for
Ticket to Ride.
Yeah. And that's one of the ones where I said, all right, because I wanted to do other things. So those are the 2 I have is Secret Temple and the Howl at the Moon, Native Princess. Beautiful paintings. They're just huge. Yeah. But my goal is, I said, once I finish the cross-stitch conversion, I'm going to go back to Secret Temple and finish that one. And I'll probably go into 2025 with Native Princess. Because I don't think I have enough time I want to get them both done, but I don't think I have enough time to get them done. So I'm not going to rush. I'll just do what I can do. And with my travel already, and plus I do cross-stitch. I split my time now because I want to be able to still work on the cross-stitch projects that I have because I love it. So
well, again, I know coming into this fall in 2025, don't plan to make like apologies because I'm a crafter and I I play with clay, and I had a concept that went over really well, at the retreat. Everybody made me feel so good about my little cradles.
Yes.
I did. I felt really good about them. And then, I cross stitch and I diamond paint. And I feel like a lot of times I'm apologizing because I didn't finish or, I'm not moving as fast with the diamond painting. I feel like I got into it to just, clear my mind, relieve stress, and fill, my time with something that I enjoy. And so right. I don't want to feel bad when I don't finish. I just, I want to feel like no matter where I'm at with it, that I'm accomplished something and I'm okay with where I'm at. So I'm going to stop making apologies because I feel like I'm always apologizing.
No, don't you dare apologize. Because if you don't finish, you don't finish. So what? Correct. I rolled up because I'm just like, and I rolled that up last year, the year before last. I just wasn't feeling it. It was one of those mystery, and I did it because I want to support, people in the community. It was one of those mystery ones that we did. And I just,
Robin,
hey, Robin, we talked about your painting already. Gorgeous finish, Robin. Gorgeous painting. But I didn't finish it. I wasn't feeling it. I rolled it up. And I put it, and probably won't ever get, it's just not a painting that really
is calling to
me. So it's okay. Yeah. And if somebody comes to my house and want to try a painting, I'll pull it out. Hey, try this one. Don't worry about messing anything up. Throw some drills on there.
There you go.
So again, it's all about what speaks to you. So, all right, are we ready? We're going to do our finale giveaway. And this is for a box of goodies from myself and Tia. And it has been a pleasure to host this. And I can't wait to do it again next year. All right. So for those that didn't finish and you're still working on it, please post your photos out on the BCD Facebook group. I will be posting mine. I'll be more active now that I'm back. You know, the retreat is over. So I will be posting. And when I do travel, I'll be posting. I'll probably be posting a lot of cross stitch stuff now because I want to spend some time with cross stitch. So you guys will see some cross stitch stuff coming from me. So let me go on over to the wheel of names. So we have Brian, we have Judith, we have Vonda, we have Robin, we have Debbie. And these are the individuals that posted at least to start with some progress. And everyone did. And if I missed you, let me know. No worries. But all these individuals did. And I appreciate it. For those that didn't, it's okay too. All right. And that's why we did the giveaways for people that come to the chat. So here we go. Let's shuffle a bit. Let's shuffle, 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 shuffle. And here we go.
Oh, Brian.
Look at that. So Brian is our winner. And Brian's not in today, but that's okay. So Brian was at the Lone Star Retreat. He was my table mate, one of my table mates, but he was sitting right next to me and I had a ball with Brian. He was actually my car mate as well. And we'll tell y'all that story another day. And he was my shopping partner. He was my shopping partner. He was my car mate, my table mate, but we had a ball. Congratulations, Brian. Thank you so much for participating. And you did get some done on. He came in late, but he did get a good bit done on his cross stitch conversion. So thank you all. This has been a lot of fun. All right. Don't forget, check me out, check Tia out, check my YouTube out. Make sure you guys come to the live. We're going to have a lot of fun. So I'll be doing lives every Sunday, 4 p.m. I'll be doing different things on there. We also have some Legos. Maybe eventually we'll get into that. But I can't open up anything else new until I finish Princess Tiana. Nothing new. All right. So Tia, any last parting words?
This has been a blast. I cannot wait till next year. Thank you for helping me get my mojo back.
That's right. Thank you, everyone. So thank you for coming and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Don't forget, check out the Facebook group and check out my YouTube as well as Tia's YouTube. A lot of good stuff coming. And for those #replay, thanks for stopping in. Don't forget, leave me a comment. I like to look at the comments. All right, everyone. Bye. Enjoy your Sunday.